All right, guys. The next guy we're going to introduce is a guy by the name of Coach Quinn. I think he's a bright-minded young coach. And without further ado, Coach Quinn, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Appreciate it, Coach. First of all, I want to say thanks for having me, you and Coach Welch. It's a blessing to talk football with you all today. I'll be talking about defending the perimeter screen. As I share my screen with you, my contact information, recruiting area, just look at it for a minute, jot it down. Feel free to hit me up. Don't hesitate. For the ones that don't know me, my name is Terenzo Quinn. I'm the defensive back coach, pass game coordinator at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. You know, I was born and raised in a little small town, Ruleville, Mississippi. Started my football career in junior college at Mississippi Delta Community College and finished up at the University of Memphis in 2010. I jumped straight into my career. 2011, I got the opportunity at my high school, Rufus Central, to be the defensive back coach, and it was a great opportunity I was blessed to have. 2012, I went to Mississippi Delta Community College as a defensive back coach. 13, 14, and 15, I went back to Rufus Central as the offensive coordinator. That's the stop I really think I grew. That's what got me to where I'm at today. 16 and 17, I was blessed to coach the corners back at Alcorn State University. Years 18 and 19, currently I'm still at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff and blessed. I'm going to jump straight into it. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I'm going to try to be in detail. The first thing, defending the perimeter screen, start with a philosophy of playing, you know, and you got to instill that into your group. To be successful for me, the first thing, we got to eliminate grass from the offense. When you talk to great offensive coordinators, everybody want to get the ball in space to their best athlete. In reverse, we want to take grass away from them. We want to shrink the offensive field, tackling spacing for the alley player, which is the safeties. Gaps get real big for them safeties, and we fuss and we holler when they miss a tackle, man. That's a hard thing to do, is open field tackle. And we're going to need you to spacing for them open field tackle guys. We're going to decrease the running space for the pursuit. And the most important part, we're going to eliminate the big play, which is the plays that come off the screen and goal. How we plan to get it done? We will cut the field off by being in correct position on blockers. I believe in attacking half of the man, inside hand on the sternum, inside foot in the crotch, outside foot back, using that back leg as a kickstand to stop movement, outside arm free, getting big. Get in the correct alley, and we're going to talk about alley fits later on in this presentation. Last but not least, play with square shoulders. I think that's very important when you're talking about defending the perimeter screen. We're going to be physical. We're going to take the want-to from our opponent, all right? We're going to get knocked back on contact, and we never going to run past the ball carrier. Them things I think is very important when you're talking about defending the perimeter screen. Next is the teaching progression. How do you teach? I install every coverage with the acronym TREATS, as you can see. And today we're going to focus on the S. All right, the S stands for screen fit. We base out of 4-2-5 quarters, but we play different variation of coverage on the back end. Every coverage is taught with the TREATS acronym. All right, S stands for the screen fit. Either you're a bomb player, you're a trick player, or you're a +1 player. Our bomb players is basically our flat defenders. Their job is to identify the screen for the safety. The trick player, normally your 1/3, your 1/4, or your 1/2 defenders, and their job is to play the screen and go. They do not commit to the screen until the bomb player has been blocked. And the +1 player, just the first guy to pursue, and he should be fitting inside hip of the ball carrier. And what we're trying to ultimately do is bracket that ball. Also, every coverage is taught with the perimeter alley fit. Alley 1 is outside number 1 wide out. Alley 2 is outside number 2 wide out. And alley 3 is outside the number 3 wide out. It's very important when you're teaching the perimeter screen. All right, and last but not least, you really want to get game results so you can show your kids how successful or how not successful they are on the perimeter screen. Last year, we got 37 perimeter screens, and 24 of them with less than 4 yards. So we got a lot of negative plays on the perimeter, and I really believe it's because of the teaching pro and the philosophy that we had set in the room. We got one screen and go, and we was 1 for 1, 100% on that. All right, at this moment, I want to share another screen with you. Bear with me. Trying to stay within the time frame, but I really wanted to teach today. So that's what I'm gonna spend this time here. I want to teach a little bit, and I didn't want to grab all the 100% correct stuff. I don't think we can learn like that. I want to get some flaws in some of these videos so I can be able to teach. It's important why we do certain things. So that's what I wanted to show you. So starting with this film here. One second here. Starting with this screen here, we rolling down to a cover 3. Like I said, we base out of 4-2-5. And the first thing we identify the cover is the cover 3 concept, where we roll into the trips. All right. The first thing we got to identify is the bomb player. Who's the bomb player? Like I said, the bomb player is really the flat defender. And the cover 3 is the nickel right here that's over the number 2 wide out. So we identify who's the bomb player. His job is to play fast. Any sense of a screen, anybody step back, 1, 2, or 3, his job is go blow it up, force them to make contact right now to speed the trick guys up. All right, the corner's a 1/3 guy, so he's the trick guy in this cover 3. He's playing all screen and go. If number 1 run down the field, he's gonna run down the field with him. And number 2 run screen, that has nothing to do with him. All right, the safety that's rolling down on number 3 gonna be the plus player. He should be the first guy to pursue. His job is stay inside hip of the ball carrier. In the trip formation, 1 guy can fake the screen. There's 2 guys that can possibly threaten you vertical for the screen and go. The 2 guys that are responsible for it is going to be the middle field safety, which is the backside safety, and the corner. The corner guys do a great job of doubling divide and pushing it to the middle of the field if we get 2 verts out of a screen and go situation. All right. On contact, we want to be physical. We want to get knocked back. We want to play with square shoulders here at the nickel spot. All right. We want outside arm free, outside leg free. And we want to cut the field off. And what I mean by cutting the field off, from the moment that nickel made contact to the sideline, the offense is no longer playing with that grass. We cut the rest of that grass off. That's about 12 yards, 13 yards, we can cut off the field from them. All right, so at this point, we cutting the grass off. And what they're going to allow us to do is going to allow that ball carrier to go back closer to the pursuit. All right, so it's a good picture here of it. Playing with the square shoulders, cutting the field off, and the +1 player going inside hip of the ball carrier. All right, the next film, TCU. You know anything about the Big 12? They ball live on the perimeter. It was the first game last year, and I thought my guys did a great job of stepping up to the challenge as far as the perimeter screen. We got down here at the bottom, we got a key screen. We in palms coverage. So the first thing, anybody step back, number 1, number 2 for the screen, the corner becomes the flat defender. So he's the bomb player. The safety behind him is the trick player. His job is to make sure we good on the screen and go. Only 1 guy can possibly go vertical, and that's the guy that he have if they do screen and go. The +1 player is the overhang. He should be the first one in pursuit, inside hip of the ball carrier. This clip I really wanted to teach. So the corner, if he's looking at what he's supposed to be looking at in palms coverage, which his eyes should be on 2. All right, he put rear from 1 step back. He should be triggering right now. All right, so the first thing I want to get on him about in film is his eyes in the backfield. He do not react to the screen until the ball is being loaned on. That's when he started to react. All right, so that's a problem because at this point, he's slowing the safety down. The safety will not trigger on the screen until somebody block the bomb player. He's the bomb player. So the faster he can play and get down here, the faster that guy has to make contact. The faster that guy make contact, the faster the safety knows it's not a screen to go and he can add on. All right, but he make up for it by being physical at the point of contact, getting knocked back, trying to get in alley 1. All right, you got the +1 player. tracking the inside hip of the ball carrier. And at this point, you got the safety fitting directly down the middle in the alley. Now, he undecided where he want to fit because he's trying to make the corner right. So it's important that the corner get in alley one and play half of a man. If he get in alley one, play half of a man, he going to speed the safety up, and he know at this point he don't have to break down. That ball carrier has nowhere to go. We got somebody tracking the inside hip, got somebody half a man on the outside hip. He should be 100 miles an hour. So it's important that we understand the importance of doing everything the right way and how to affect others. But the corner make up for it by being physical at the point of contact. Here we go. Let's talk about some quarter stuff versus trips. All right, in a quarter concept, the nook as the curve flat guy is the bomb player. All right, the corner and the safety to that side above the trip have the screen and go. It's a trip formation. One guy for the screen, two guys can possibly go vertical off the screen and go. We are the two guys that are responsible for them, the safety and the corner. All right, we knew game plan wise that this formation was 100% a screen formation form. So you can see the nook in a reverse stagger stand just ready to tee off on somebody. All right, at this point, he draws double teams, no screen to go. All right, you have nobody threatening as a screen to go. Both of them is engaged with the nickel. The most important in the coaching point of this is the corner not bagging up. That's the first thing I'm looking for. Just very instinctive corners. He's not bagging up. He have alley one. The moment both of them block, he should be coming down alley one, and we get a tackle for a loss. But I think the most important part when you're watching this clip is to make sure you get a lot of guys that'll bag up and just play grass in 1/4 concept or quarters concept and wait on the ball to be displaced. But he do a great job of understanding what was going on. He knew it wasn't no threat of screen and go. He add up. All right, the last two. This is a great picture here. All right, so we're in the quarters concept. Once again, the nook is the bomb player. Safety in the corner, the trick player. We get some type of screen and go. The alley two players, the nickel. You do a great job of crossing face. At this point, we can cut the field off. From where that nickel made contact at to the rest of the field to the sideline, it counts out. They no longer playing with that grass. All right, so when you hear me use the term cut the field off, that's what I mean. If I pause this picture, you can see the alley they trying to run. That's the same alley that the safety had to field. All right, but you can watch it close by the pursuit because the pursuit don't have to run to the bottom of the numbers on the screen. We do a good job of cutting it off. We still playing with square shoulders at the knuckle spot. All right, it's a negative play. That's without being in a run fit. All right, in the last play, I really want to talk about this technique. When I talk to a lot of DB guys, they're afraid to try it, but it's been great to me. We have a technique. When you think about great wideout coaches, man, they know where you're supposed to fit. They know we're alley two player, the nickel. I've been around guys that literally won't come and try to block you. He'll lateral shuffle number two wideout to the sideline and just say, you got to rip across, you got to get outside the pad. And what end up happening, they end up widening gaps, putting this safety in one-on-one situation with a lot of grass. So I came up with the term win. It's a drill that we do every day. Win technique is going to be off their judgment. Can I win inside this number two wideout and still contain this ball? All right, and it's all about angles at the end of the day. It's about angles. If they give you enough spacing to get inside him and get vertical before that ball get outside of you, then the nickel has the green light to do so. But we always set it up by sticking outside first, trying to get that blocker to jump outside, and we're just going to get vertical. All right, so that's what we get here in the quarter concept. Like I said, the corner and the safety is going to be the trick players, and the nickel is the bomb player. The overhang right now is the +1 player. And you can see him just step outside to get that block to set his feet and stop, and he just get vertical. At this point, he contained this ball from inside out, and he cutting the field off. From where he get to the top of the, all the way to the sideline, they not playing with that grass. And I can't stress it enough. They're gonna push everything closer to the pursuit, and they're gonna eliminate some of that open field space and tackling for the safety. But don't be shocked if they don't even block you, all right? Because they taught that you're supposed to rip outside of them. All right, but this technique been great for us, man. I can't say enough about it. All right, so for me, that's pretty much it, man. Anybody got any questions? I really wanted to get to the point and show you some video of it. Didn't want to overcoach it, but y'all got my contact.